Hi students! In this short video I would like to show you how you can contribute stuff to my GitHub repository, the official GitHub repository for this year's C# course. I will demonstrate these basic principles using an exercise that we will do in one of the first weeks of this year's curriculum. It will be a C# fundamentals recap. Instead of taking a look at a lot of slides and doing a lot of theory, we would like to take a more collaborative approach. We will use the Flipgrid platform, and in this Flipgrid platform, each and every one of you has to pick one C# fundamental topic and create a short video about this topic. This short video is then shared with all your colleagues in the class, and by that everyone is learning some interesting stuff and repeating some interesting stuff about the C# programming language. You can read more about this exercise when you take a look at the link that I will give you. It will allow you to join the Flipgrid team, and then you can find this exercise there. Now the basics, the basic topics for this exercise are contained in a GitHub repository that you can find here. This is the official GitHub repository that I will use throughout this course. It's currently the beginning of the year, therefore the GitHub repository is still pretty empty. I'm currently filling it with content, but the first exercises are already here. Now imagine that you would like to pick one of these topics in order to create a Flipgrid video about it. How can you change this file so that your name appears exactly here or at any topic that you would like to talk about? Well, I could immediately click the edit button here and change the file. That's definitely possible. But you will not be able to do that because you don't have contribution rights or contribution permissions on my GitHub repository. I can demo that here. I borrowed the GitHub user of my dear wife. She's a programmer too, and of course she has a GitHub account, but she doesn't have contribution permissions on my HTL Leondine GitHub repository too. Still, she has this nice little edit button, but it says fork this project and edit the file. So if I click on this button, something interesting happens. GitHub will create a fork of this project, store it in your GitHub account. In this case, it's storing the stuff in the GitHub account of my wife. It creates a copy, as I said, of the whole project, and now we can really change this file. So let's, for instance, say I would like to talk about exceptions and exception handling. Let's say this is John Doe. Just for demo purposes, that's perfectly fine. We can preview the changes. Let's see. Yes, we have John Doe here, exceptions and exception handling. That is perfectly fine. And now we can describe what we would like to change. Add me to the list of Flipgrid topics, and we can propose the changes. Now we have to wait for a few more seconds, and now the system will create a repository for us in our own GitHub account, and it will create a so-called pull request in the original GitHub repository and asks the maintainer, that's me, to pull in the changes that we made to this table. So with one click you can now create a pull request. Let's do that. And this pull request will then, if we go here, appear on my side as you can see it here. I can review your topic selection. I can take a look at what you did, and if I'm happy with that, and in that case I am happy, I will click on Merge Pull Request. Let's do that. As you can see, I can confirm the merge. That's perfectly fine. And that's it. If we now take a look at the original file in my repository, we should see that it has changed. Now John Doe is signed for the topic exceptions and exception handling. If you don't need your personal copy of the repository anymore, You can delete this repository if you want. So we can use GitHub. Here you see, this is the repository that was created in Karin's account. I don't want to pollute Karin's account, so therefore I can delete this repository, because whenever I need to, I can always create a fork, another fork of the original repository. I will not record that on video because deleting the repository is really simple. You can just go to Settings, scroll down here and click on Delete this repository. So this is the process that you have to go through whenever you want to contribute something to my repository. Maybe you found a typo in one of my exercises or material. If you want to contribute correction of this typo, then you can go through the process that I described just here. If you want to put your name on an assignment list for topics, for instance, you go through exactly that process. I hope this short video was useful for you and it showed you how to use GitHub functionalities to contribute to the course repository. I'm looking forward to your feedback. See you in class. Bye.